I see great performances on screen ना मेरे को वैसी बड़ी excitement हो जाती है क्योंकि हमारे अंदर वो सब होता है कि यार काश हमारे टाइम पे ऐसे मौके मिल जाते और जब मैं एक जनाब को देखता हूँ तो मैं बोलता हूँ कि there's what is it that he can't do बाकी 3 से आज पहली बार मुलाकात हो रही है but Rajkummar brother
Hi.
he can pull off Pink perfectly he can pull off a gangster he can pull off anything so one of the most finest performers that we have in the industry आज मेरे साथ में है and 3 new people that I'm meeting for the first time my name is Salil so thank you so much for joining me on the show Krish कैसे हो
I'm good, sir. How are you?
I'm very good. Bhanu, nice to meet you as well.
Same here.
And great respect क्योंकि ये वो है जो हम नहीं बन पाए ये एक प्रोफेशनल वॉलीबॉल प्लेयर थी और हम लोग वो सारे failed sportsmen हैं so I have the greatest respect for you because you all have discipline.
Thank you.
Tanish, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
तो पहले तो यार first of all I just have to say how is this entire setup now? You know this when you come on a Netflix show तो चल रहा होता है that's normal. But the promotional part of it, meeting all these people अपनी 5 मिनट में you have to behave like you know the person. वाह बड़े सालों से हम लोग एक दूसरे के दोस्त बने हुए हैं. पहले let me ask you, you enjoying this part more or the show part more?
I enjoyed the shooting part more because there were all the kids and all the cast. We enjoyed a lot of. We had so much fun while shooting.
Correct.
So yeah, the promotional part is a bit like professional things. The shoot is always the most fun.
But there's candy in the background also of this. Yeah, this frame also. If you can see this candy, this is just so not like how you'd expect it to be. Of course, going with the theme, but that's what I love. And Tanish, what about you? Is this just working with these big names? ये बड़े दिग्गज सामने आए थे, बहुत कमाल के performers हैं. आप उनको बचपन से देखते आए हो, अपने छोटे बचपन से, and now you're with them, and then you're now answering questions with them also. So how does that feel? Yeah.
Of course, एक सक्सेस का पार्ट फील होता है ये अपनी मतलब एक अपनी लाइफ में कि काम इनको टीवी पे जैसे बोलो मैं देखता था ना कि अमिताभ बच्चन सर 2 बार ही अलग अलग चैनलों पे आ रहे हैं 2 हैं क्या ये या एक टाइम पे कैसे आ रहे हैं तो वहाँ से देखना मतलब यहाँ तक तो पता ही था फिर हमने धीरे धीरे पता करता है थिएटर करता था ना मैं बेसिकली तो वहाँ से धीरे धीरे चीज़ें पता लगी उसके बाद पता लगा कि अच्छा फिल्म एक्टिंग भी है तो ज़मीन आसमान का फ़र्क है उसके बाद सर के साथ मैंने छलांग करी छलांग के बाद देखा कि अरे यहाँ पर तो ऐसे ऐसे काम होता है
खुद ही इतनी छलांग लगा चुके हैं जब ये पहले आए थे ये एक वो है ना पासपोर्ट कि राजकुमार सर यहाँ से कहाँ पहुँच गए चलो सब लोग वहीं से जाते हैं ना ही इज वन ऑफ दोस पासपोर्ट्स
ही इज माय इंस्पिरेशन उनसे मैं उनको बार बार बोलता भी रहता हूँ कि सेट पे उन्होंने बहुत चीज़ सिखाई छलांग के मेरे को कुछ चीज़ें पर्सनली भी बताई और मैं पूछता भी था हर चीज़ और फिर वहाँ से लेके गन्स एंड गुलाब्स में एक थोड़ा अच्छा करेक्टर पार्ट मिला मुझे स्क्रीन अपीयरेंस मिली सर के साथ भी और भी अच्छा रोल मिला और आज प्रमोशंस में बैठा हूँ थोड़ा प्रोफेशनली बैठना पड़ रहा है बहुत एक फील होता है बहुत अच्छा फील होता है
दैट यू हैव अराइव्ड अच्छी बात है होना भी चाहिए टीजे थैंक्स सो मच अगेन यू नो you're like in between the two of them है ना ये दोनों बीच के हैं and then Rajkumar is like a standard and I know he hates being called that also but he has become a standard for himself. Yes. Now you come on board this show and you know there's going to be a lot of buzz about it. First of all, of course, with the brand and then you know with the people that are involved with it. Yeah. So this is a good step up for every actor also because the whole idea is you can act very well, लेकिन वो home video हो जाएगी फिर. Yeah. And then when you do a performance and you do a show where at least people can watch it.
Yes.
So then after this, it really opens a lot of doors for you. Do you feel that now?
Yes, I mean in a way, yes, it feels for sure like that. But whatever little bit work was going on even behind or down south or something, I was still happy. Like there was no complaints about anything. I think. कि बहुत पहले भी नहीं सोचा था कि ये कर रहे होंगे. तो जब ये कर रहे हैं तो इसका भी मजा ही आ रहा है अच्छा है.
This is spoken like a true sportsman. जब वो डायस पर आती ना, how was your performance? It was good. I mean, we won, no, so it's good. This is how you have answered the question. Now let me come to the man who I think they ask a million questions to. And I say this also, how do you motivate yourself, brother? Now, when you go back and you see your performances, it's like a cricketer only. Sometimes you have to see, is this 100 better than that 100? How do you compare that? So even with your own performances, must be sometimes, of course, the love of acting is there, love of performance is there. But how do you push yourself that extra 10%?
I think it depends on the script, but yeah, I think as long as that love is there with that much purity, there's always there'll be growth. You can't deny that. I think, and for me, it's not about putting any extra effort कि पिछले काम से better होना चाहिए. Just doing this work also very sincerely, And then it depends on the character and the script. I think that makes it clear, you know, this is your best work. Because the script is such that feels like it's your best work. So for me, I think it's still the same sincerity that I started with in 2010 with LSD being my first film. I think it's the same motivation.
It's a full circle, huh? There might be another version coming.
I know, LSD too.
It's incredible. We were chatting with my colleagues the other day. और आज भी मतलब that and that Ragini. मतलब for me they are just incredible. Even now cinema has not been able to match that also. वही एक अलग दुनिया ही थी.
Yeah, नहीं, of course, great दुनिया थी. पर मजा उसमें है यार कि जितना आप अपने आप को पुश कर सकते हो. जैसे अभी जब सेट पे होता है कि I've done a film called Shri where I'm playing this visually impaired man. It's a biopic. So when you get such character, you feel like यार बहुत मजा आएगा. You know, it's so challenging. You're scared as an actor to death, but that's why you want to do it because you're so scared कि ये तो करना ही है यार. Because you don't get such opportunities. Right. Like with Raj DK, Guns Gulaabs, Tipu. Okay, I've done a small town character earlier. How to make it different because इसका quirk अलग है, इसकी of course जिंदगी अलग है. तो उसका अपना humor है, which is very different from whatever I've done earlier. So I think with every character there are.
You said very easily it's very different from what I've done earlier. और इसका quirk अलग है, लेकिन दुनिया को ये समझ में नहीं आता है. दुनिया को क्या लगता है कि राजकुमार राव बस आ जाते हैं और बस ऐसे, you know. और ये cast ही ऐसी कुछ है. You know, it seems like everyone has been chosen. हाँ, अगर ये you know match up होगा, so they should match up with each other. That the casting has been fantastic. So you know, brilliant casting. Half the battle is won there.
That's true. That's true.
So did you also get excited when you saw the cast?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I worked with Adarsh in White Tiger, and he's a phenomenal actor. One of the most hard-working actors I think of our times. I love him. Great boy also. And then of course Gulshan, you know, DQ. Great people, yeah.
For Dulquer also, this is an interesting. He's chosen a very interesting path for his acting career.
Yeah. He's choosing right script. He's choosing such different work in all the different languages of the industries, which is great. Like I saw Sita Raman, I thought he was really good in that, brilliant in that. Loved the film also. I think that's why when you have like-minded people who are trying to do something different, not here just because they want fame. No, they're here for the right reasons. You know, that's why like these three people also sitting here. It was just fascinating to work with them because they take it seriously.
और एक अलग नजरिया भी आता है ना. It's not a tainted या फिर ज़्यादा लोगों से सुनी हुई नजरिया. At least for your performances वो ऐसा नहीं होगा कि बहुत कहीं सुने बहुत पके हैं. अभी धीरे-धीरे पक रहे हैं. Is that the difference or the what we're missing हमारी इंडस्ट्री में भी? सब पके आ चुके हैं.
नहीं, I think you have to be raw also, yeah, sometimes. मतलब पके आना अच्छी बात है. बेसिक तो आपको आना ही चाहिए कि लिसनिंग तो होनी ही चाहिए. कि एक डेकोरम होता है सेट का और डिसिप्लिन होता है वो तो होना ही चाहिए. पर उसके अलावा आई थिंक विद इट डिपेंड्स ऑन द मेकर. यू आर एज गुड एज योर मेकर. यू नो, फिल्म मेकिंग इज अ डायरेक्टर्स मीडियम. यू कांट डू एनीथिंग एक्स्ट्रा अपार्ट फ्रॉम व्हाट ही और शी वांट्स. सो आई थिंक वो उसके ऊपर भी डिपेंड करता है कौन किसके साथ आप काम कर रहे हैं. हमने देखा है बहुत बार एग्जाम्पल्स हैं जो हम ऑफ स्क्रीन डिस्कस कर सकते हैं. गुड एक्टर्स गिविंग अ बैड परफॉर्मेंस बिकॉज ऑफ द मेकर एंड वेरी एवरेज एक्टर गिविंग अ ग्रेट परफॉर्मेंस बिकॉज ऑफ द मेकर.
Yes.
So I think it's a totally a maker's game.
राज डीके सर का एक अलग ही चल रहा है लास्ट 3 years से.
Oh yeah.
मतलब it's incredible, you know, and across platforms also. And I keep saying this, it is across platforms. It's just incredible. And they also had a very slow burn for 7-8 years. और उसके बाद फिर OTT से तो बहुत बड़ा रिवाइवल भी हुआ. So when you get a call from a राज डीके ऑफिस, क्या बोलते हो आप? Obviously casting का पहले फोन आता है, फिर आप मिलते हो.
बिल्कुल. तो सबसे पहले कास्टिंग एसोसिएट का कॉल आया कि tomorrow you have a meeting with Raj DK sir.
अच्छा.
So till then I didn't knew who Raj DK really are. I'm saying it.
अच्छा, आपने फैमिली मैन नहीं देखी थी या कुछ नहीं देखा था?
सच में.
वाओ.
ये 13 साल का था जब शूट चल रही थी.
सब अलाउड ही नहीं है.
So I googled it that who Raj DK are. Then I searched that they are the directors of Family Man season 1, season 2, and they have directed 3 with.
उससे पहले गोगा गॉन भी थी.
Goga Gone, Cinema Bandi, and all.
Yes.
So I was a bit nervous, but as much as excited also, and I almost reached half an hour early before the meeting time.
Okay.
So the meeting went actually very fabulous, and on the same evening I got a
No,
call.
but tell me, what did they ask you? Are you? तुम करोगे? Will you do it? ऐसे पूछा बस.
नहीं, उन्होंने स्टार्ट में जाते ही पहले मैं लॉक नहीं था, तो वहाँ पे खाली मीटिंग हुआ था, तो उन्होंने स्टार्ट में जाते ही ये पूछा कि क्रिश कैन यू स्पीक हिंदी. Yes sir, of course. I'm
because
from
they don't
Gurgaon.
speak too much.
I'm from Gurgaon, of course, so I can easily speak Hindi, and all the questions I answered flawlessly, and they were like, now what should we ask him? There were like 4-5 people in the room, Cheshta ma'am, Vivek sir, Rajan DK sir. So they were like, now what should we ask more?
MBA exam, it was like an MBA entrance for you.
So it was great, yeah.
And when you walked out, did you suddenly also think, I have to ask you this honestly, अब मुझे पैसा भी मिलेगा बहुत. Did you think about that? Let's be honest.
नहीं सच में
नहीं
ऐसा
सोचा?
कुछ फेम का मैंने सोचा कि हाँ राजन डीके सर के साथ अगर मैं ये सीरीज करूंगा, अच्छी स्क्रिप्ट है, अच्छा कैरेक्टर है, तो उससे मतलब आउटलुक तो बहुत मिलेगा.
Correct. Same with you also. या ये फोन कॉल आपकी भी ऐसे MBA एंट्रेंस हुई थी या अलग हुई थी?
हाँ थोड़ी एक्साइटमेंट पहले इस होटल की ज्यादा थी कि कितने बड़े होटल में मिलने जा रहे
अच्छा.
आज तक गया नहीं उस होटल
So beautiful and so innocent. I love it.
तो वहाँ पर गया तो बेसिकली
बॉम्बे में मीटिंग थी?
नहीं दिल्ली अंदाज़ा तो पहली बार गया वहाँ पर होटल देख के पहले ऐसे देखा ऐसा लग रहा सोने का बना हुआ है. फिर अंदर गया वो फिर एक असिस्टेंट आई थी नीचे मैं अब वहाँ पर हुआ क्या ऐसे सोफ़ा था एक वो मेरे को पता नहीं था वो पीछे भी होता है. मतलब अब मैं तो पहली बार बैठा हूँ और मैंने ऐसे पानी उठाया और मैं यूँ हूँ मैं पीछे ही हूँ हो गया पानी सारा गिर गया वो. फिर मैंने जल्दी से ऐसे वो रिसेप्शनिस्ट है इसने सुखा दिया थोड़ा हेल्प कर दी. फिर मैं DK सर से मिला था. उन्होंने मेरे से भी यही पूछा आपको उसकी हिंदी बोल ले तो मैंने कहा जी बिल्कुल सर. मैंने हिंदी से बढ़िया चीज़ तो है नहीं कोई आप इंग्लिश में थोड़ा. फिर बात हुई थोड़ी बहुत उन्होंने मेरे बारे में जाना मेरे को जाना थोड़ा कि क्या करते हो कहाँ रहते हो क्या क्या काम कर लिए ये वो. फिर उन्होंने बताया राजकुमार सर हैं तो मैंने उनको बताया कि मैंने छलांग करी ऑलरेडी. वो और खुश अरे क्या बात है अरे चलो. फिर
तुम्हें लगा वहाँ से तो हो गया कि वहाँ पे सर सिफारिश कर
मैंने कहा अब तो सब कुछ मामला सेट है पूरा. फिर बढ़िया गई मीटिंग अच्छा मज़ा आया.
You know, I think this is the most beautiful. And unfortunately, we always have time constraints, you know, and when I have a larger crew, I can actually speak to them for hours, but it just, I think you would have been a great teacher to them, you know. ये पूछना कि will this work or not work is irrelevant now, you know. You've reached a stage now, you are like a teacher for so many, but I know you don't think of yourself as that. If you had to walk away, what's the biggest thing for you from this episode or this show for Rajkummar? When you walked out and said, yaar, ye mera acha ho gaya. Like you mentioned Shri right now, from this show, what would it be?
I think it was to work with Rajan DK first as a director. Of course, 3 हमने साथ में बनाई है. They were the co-producer and the writer. But इसमें just to be work with them being on set, I think that was fun because we've been friends for years now and really thick close friends. तो हमने बहुत बैठ के बकचोदियाँ की हैं. But for them to be there as the director, you know, that's a different relationship altogether.
Their career is similar to yours also.
Yeah.
बहुत समय तक रुका हुआ था और फिर boom, explode.
Last हो गया, correct.
Correct.
I think what I took back is the 90s, you know, those that kind of music, and I found, as I was saying earlier, that his timing is so off, which I found while reading it again and again. That, you know, he is so unexpected in his behavior. There's a moment he is happy and again he would be crying. And then his father has died and she would say, और पापा, and he's like, हाँ पापा तो ठीक है. अच्छा नहीं पापा तो मर गए ना. He's so off all the time, which I think was a for me would be something which I would take back.
You know, I can't wait to see this also. मैं तो वैसे ही, you know, when you're a बचपन से क्विंटन टैरेंटिनो स्टाइल और सबका ऐसे ही होता था यार. वेस्टर्न्स का स्टाइल होता था, सब ऐसे बेल बॉटम कपड़े पहनते थे, चलते थे. और वो जो पुराना स्वैग है ना, वो आजकल की दुनिया में है नहीं. You can't have that swag right now.
Yeah.
Well, no matter what it is, till today, the suede and the, you know, the leather and all that just feels so nice. This is going to be something to watch, and I know that's what I get very excited when you see new faces. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Like I said, time is so short for all of us, but we will see a lot more of you. And I do want to ask you, did you teach them something a little bit more about sport on set also?
We did play volleyball off camera.
You should have played something else with them.
Yeah, but
यार तुम गुड़गांव में रह के वॉलीबॉल आती है तुम्हें? क्रिकेट नहीं खेले इनके साथ में?
नहीं इनके साथ मतलब इतना सीन्स नहीं थे जितना राज सर के साथ थे.
कोई ना. राज सर तो बहुत सीरियस होंगे सेट पे.
नहीं ऐसा कुछ नहीं.
I'm looking forward to this show. Thank you guys for joining us. And like I said, this is always such an exciting buffet service. ये shows जो होते हैं because there's so many great actors to check out from. So thank you. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Salil.
I'll see you all soon. Always such a pleasure to meet new faces, the old ones, and some stalwarts. He's very young and he's already become a legend. But we haven't seen him in his full blast yet. There's lots more that's coming up. And one show that he mentioned, you know, there's constant changing of craft that you need to know. And a lot of seasoned actors also need to realize once you reach a certain stage, you still have to keep performing and keep reinventing yourself. And I think Raj does that wonderfully. Take care and I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.